Ask Tom on Home Show.
Stephen from Montrose, Colorado has a moisture mystery.
Yeah, he's built his family this 2-story, 488 square foot tiny home. His family.
Okay.
And 488 square feet. I'm like, that's a close family.
Yeah.
Right. So Stephen writes, unfortunately, we had to move in before it was completely finished. And within the past month, we've been dealing with some moisture. In fact, he sent a picture of it in right here on the north-facing wall and nowhere else. The house doesn't have any venting, but it does have windows on both sides of the house. So I'm curious as to what I should do to fix this problem. What say you, Tom?
Well, it's on the north side of the house, and that means it's the really cold side. And I suspect if it's wintertime and you're having a lot of snow in that part of Colorado. Now, Colorado's I was there in Denver not too long ago. There wasn't any snow, and then today my daughter calls me and there's tons of snow up there. But it could be an ice dam building up inside the wall or the roof, and that water's leaking down, and it's finding its way to the bottom of that wall. The bottom line is this. It's not a venting issue. It's none of that. You need to finish your house. You need to have your home complete. It's not that big. You can do it if you hustle, and there's a lot of taping and floating you can start right now on that wall that I'm looking at, right next to the bed where you're sleeping. But as far as that goes, that water on the floor, that's coming through the wall or the roof, and that's just a leak. Now, if it's not raining and it's full of snow, then it's an ice dam, and what's happening is you're heating it up inside, and then as the snow builds on the house, you start to heat in nighttime, it'll start to melt, daytime, it'll start to melt, and then at nighttime, it starts to freeze. And as it melts and freezes, it's just leaking water down through the walls and through the roof on an ice dam, and it's causing your house to have that water show up at certain times maybe when it's sunny out, but yet it's still very cold because it's not being able to drain off the outside. It's still frozen on the outside, but thawing on the inside because you're heating the inside of the home. So basically I don't know how much you can do in the wintertime, but you've got a problem that needs to be addressed on the wall, around the windows, or maybe where the roof meets the wall. But I will also tell you this, the tiny home that you kind of giggled about, Charlie, is a new trend. I've seen some incredible ones that I would personally live in myself, that just they come off a truck and they all fold out and they have patios and porches, and it's really cool. So I don't think it's a bad idea. I think it fits a lot of people's needs, and they can live a really unusual and alternative lifestyle, which could be very good and healthy too, and efficient and new green deal and all that stuff. So it's all fine. So you're going to see more.
My grandfather lived on the island of Saba, and they lived in a house that wasn't even 488 square feet. And so, I mean, growing up, I mean, this is going back 2 generations, but still, I mean, these tiny houses are really nice. And that part of Colorado, by the way, is the western slope. Where your daughter lives is the Front Range.
That's right.
Yeah, and so it's a different. And Montrose, Colorado is a great little town. I have a client there. And,
there you go.
Yeah, and it's the stepping off point if you're going on Telluride or something, or that part of Colorado. There's a Black Canyon, the Canyon of the Black Gunnison National Park is there. Anyway,
well, you notice he's having problems on the north wall, and that's the freezing wall. Yeah. And so when you don't finish it, that wall is thawing and freezing and thawing and freezing. And there's not a lot you can do when it's already frozen all winter. So you have to deal with it till the summertime. The springtime comes for you guys up there. And we don't have spring in Houston. We just have summer. But anyway.
All right, you got a question. Whatever time of year it is, we'll help you out. Go to HomeShowRadio.com, click on that blue Ask Tom button, choose a video, choose a written one, fill out this form, send it to us, and we'll answer your question lickety-split. We'll put it up in one of these videos. And we put a new one up every day at our Facebook page, our YouTube channel, Home Show Radio. That's what you got to look for on YouTube. And, of course, at HomeShowRadio.com, where there's a lot more for you to see.